Welcome to this video on the Telepathic Instruments Orchid. It's a chord generation inspiration machine, as they call it, and today we're going to be looking at it in the context of electronic music, as always on Rapid Flow. It's a very, very interesting piece. So let me show you how easy it is to generate chord ideas with this. So cool, right? If you allowed me a little plug, this is the Eric Heiermann Ableton template. If you want to have a template that's really easy to control with pre-programmed control surfaces where you can jam live, where you have really high quality sounds and live performance effects and a mastering chain all set up ready for you to go and just make music, you can grab it on rapidflow.shop. Let's go back to the Orchid. Let me show you quickly how we have this set up. We're basically sending MIDI from the Telepathic Instruments to the DAW. And that MIDI is being routed to the Prophet 6. So every sound you're going to hear from the Orchid today is being generated in the Prophet 6, because I wanted to show you what it sounds like when it's working together with analog synths. The way I'm using it now is a very sort of automated way. So basically this is set to the key of B flat minor, and any note I play on here will be in that scale. There is a different mode also where you can use these keys here. So I'm going to set it again to B flat minor, which is what this track is in. And now I can do this kind of in a more manual way. I can choose also kind of weirder chords that you see, now that one is not in key anymore. I don't know what exactly I did there, but this is basically the reason why I got this. So unfortunately, I gave up my piano lessons after maybe a year. When I was 7, we changed houses. I got a different piano teacher and I didn't have fun with it, which was really a shame because I only know how to play chords in like 2 scales, which results in my music ending up to my ears sounding quite similar because I'm always kind of playing around in those scales where I know what I'm doing roughly. And that's what I was really hoping with this thing, is to have an alternative to generate chords in scales that are not well known to me, and through that also explore my music in different directions. Now, I know that there are plugins also that do this. I have some of them and I just really don't enjoy working with them somehow. It's hard to say, but the ones I've tried, even though they're really cool, like Cthulhu and I don't know, I think this Chordify or whatever, it's just, I love having it this way in a hardware where like you're pressing notes and everything's really straightforward. On the topic of hardware, this is a really well built, am I going to call it controller? Instrument. It has little speakers in it. It does have its own sounds inside. Of course, for me being a synth nerd and wanting to, you know, use all this gear I have here in the studio, I'm going to connect it to MIDI. And the way that I've done it, it's very basic. I use the MIDI out. I don't trust USB. MIDI out has a so-called optocoupler in it, meaning there's actually an air gap between what it's sending out in your studio, meaning that's why there's no ground loops. So if you can, use a 5-pin MIDI cable. So I was going to chat a little bit about build quality. It's really well made. It's just the right weight where it doesn't bog you down if you're carrying around, but it doesn't move across your desk. Also, it has little rubber feet. It's a beautiful design. I think the speakers sound quite okay for the size that it is. The keys, even though they're mini keys, are super easy to play. And you can actually also just use it as a normal MIDI controller, of course. It has this very cool function here where you can move up and down the octave or the range you're playing in, which also works, of course, when you're in key mode. So the build quality overall on this is very good. This is still a sort of like early device from its, let's say, maturity. It's like, I think it's like 6 months old now. So be warned, it does still have some glitches in it. I wouldn't really call it bugs because it's doing everything that it's supposed to do. But for example, if I send all 3 MIDI channels that it has, which is the chord, the performance, and the bass note, to my DAW, it crashes my DAW. I have no idea why, which is why in my DAW I'm only capturing the chord MIDI channel and then everything's fine. It doesn't send MIDI clock out yet, which they're working on, and you can kind of use the looper in a better way, although I don't know if I would do that. If I have Ableton running, you know, why would I bother? What the device is set out to do, I think, really is to just open up the world of chords, if that's something that you're not really great at, in such a way that it just becomes super accessible. And let me get this in focus here a little bit. And yeah, you can just have kind of, you know, different things happening in your studio than what you normally do. Price-wise, if I remember correctly, it's about 600 bucks. I bought this actually used from a guy in Germany that bought it from the first batch and didn't, I don't know, like it or something. So I was very happy to grab a hold of one. I know that they've just done a new drop, which is out there now, so you can, I think that actually sold out really quickly. So you need to join their newsletter if you want to get one of these, and then you'll get an early advance notice that they're available again. The buttons feel great, the weight of it is good, the keyboard's good, the sound is good, the knobs and everything is solid. The only thing is, if you touch this, like it, you know, it'll leave marks. I don't care, but I cleaned it before the video so that it would look a little bit fresher for you. But if you use it for half an hour, it all looks kind of scuffed, but that's, you know, what you get with high gloss surfaces. I personally don't mind that at all. The sounds that it has are cool if you like just messing around with it on the sofa. It's fine, you know, I don't think there's anything there that I would personally rely on, but I do have other synths, so I'm lucky in that sense. So I think as you go more in depth with this, you're going to be able to find really like a lot of different stuff. That's kind of the most important things I think I can show you about this. Maybe to summarize, is it worth it? Yes. Yes, definitely. Because if you're not good at music theory and playing chords, it opens up a whole new world. And I actually realize, I think it's also an educational device in the sense that when you play a chord on this tiny little screen here, it's actually showing you what it's playing. And I think that's going to be super useful in the future, just to like learn chords also. As you hear, like, yeah, like this is always the element a bit that what I felt was missing in my music. Like I'm good at basses and grooves and drums and like arpeggios and kind of, you know, repetitive little plucky lead sounds, but like a nice chord underneath everything that carries the emotional message of the song was something I found challenging. And with this, it's now actually become super, super easy. And yeah, it's fun. It's really cool. It's a nice little instrument that you can just take with you also and use in the living room or on a what do you call it, on a trip somewhere. My son, he's 5, he loves it. Like he loves playing with it. He's actually, can hear him screaming around right now. I gave it to him one evening and he was like all over it and just immediately got it and was having an amazing amount of fun with it. So I can wholeheartedly recommend the Orchid. This is not sponsored content, by the way. I bought this straight out and I'm just sharing stuff with you on this channel that I think is cool for electronic music production. Yes, I can absolutely recommend it. There's no kickback. I don't have an affiliate link or anything. I just think it's something useful that potentially you may enjoy as an electronic musician. So maybe as a final little thing, if you got the original version, like the first rollout, you got this really nice little case, which soon will be also, you can buy it on the shop right now. I don't think it's up there yet, but if you buy one of these, I would absolutely recommend to get the case. It's very high quality, it's well made, it has a nice design also, and I think it's totally worth it to protect a device like this. So that's it. That's my review of the Telepathic Instruments Orchid. Very, very cool device. Big shout out to Telepathic Instruments and Tame Impala, who's somehow involved also in this company. I think you can sense that this is built by musicians and people that know how an instrument should feel and, you know, sit on your table and be controllable. It's beautiful design. I'm super enjoying this little instrument. That's it. Nothing more to show you here. So I hope this was useful for you. I'm going to jam a bit with this track and I will see you on the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.